I've been on many stages and conferences as part of my corporate career at either Sequoia or Uber or prior, but this is a very special stage as an entrepreneur, and I'm honored to be here. Let me begin with a story. Exactly 12 years ago, I spent 6 months with a very close friend of mine wanting to start a company. We worked through the 6 months, iterated the idea, and were almost there. And it was time to pull the plug. We had to make the decision to leave our corporate jobs and to start the company together. And at that point, I didn't have the courage. I chickened out and said, I will stick to my corporate career. The rest, as they say, is history. My friend went on to start the company. And in just over 12 months, he sold it to Facebook for close to $400 million. 10 years post then, I'm here having made an opposite decision to leave a very comfortable and coveted position as a managing director at Sequoia Capital, now peak 15, and embark on an entrepreneurial journey. A lot of people ask me, why did you do this? What were you thinking? What made you take this decision? I'm here to talk about my journey and a path less traveled, from an executive to a VC and an entrepreneur. My name is Amit Jain, and I'm the founder and CEO of Zamp. We are a business, banking, and treasury platform for modern age companies, where we help enterprises across the world deal with complexity of managing multiple partners, multiple bank accounts, multiple systems, real-time analytics and insights, and we work with customers across the world. We are backed by Sequoia Capital and several angel investors, such as the CEOs of Uber, of DoorDash, of GoJek, of Careem, amongst others. I'll talk about 3 themes in the journey and what inspired me to go on this journey. The first theme is about purpose and passion. The second theme is learning and compounding. And the third theme is about courage. Now, the million-dollar question, what leads to happiness in life? We all have goals that we are chasing. What happens when we achieve those goals? For different people, the answer is different. Here is one illustration, but all of you, I'm sure, have a very different way of looking at it. One simple way to think about it is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And achieving the basic needs is critical. But if you have the luxury of having achieved those basic needs, what next? What's next on the journey that will keep you motivated, that will keep you mentally challenged, that will be a purpose and a passion for you to do things and go the extra mile? Life expectancy today is close to 80 or 90 years. Looking across the people in this room, most of this room is less than halfway in their journey. You've got decades to live. How do you plan in decades? How do you plan a life in decades and not years? We have examples. Joe Biden, the president of the US, at 80 years of age. When somebody asked Bill Gates, what's your biggest fear in life? Biggest fear in life was my brain stops working. So how do you keep yourself mentally active? How do you keep yourself on a purpose and passion that is bigger than you, that is broader than you alone? And strive to make a difference in a world and build something truly transformative and excellent. Theme 2 I'll talk about is learning and compounding. The first rule of survival, Nothing is more dangerous than yesterday's success. History has taught us that mutation, adaptability, and learning is key to survival. A key driving factor for me personally was how to not become comfortable or arrogant. Learning slows or stops completely when you're either of the two. How do you put yourself in a situation that you've never been before? Because that's when exponential learning is likely to occur. Here is another chart that illustrates a very similar concept. In another quote that is attributed to Albert Einstein often, it says, compounding is one of humanity's greatest inventions. Now, if you think about that, if you compound 20% every year for 50 years, that's a 10,000x growth. So can we think of our learning, and if we have 50 years to live, can we think of our learning at 20% compounding growth? It'll put us 10,000x wiser than where the current situation is. The other aspect is, how do we not let, for me personally, how do you not let titles define you? But learning and constant learning and innovation define you. If a title defines you, will you go from a somebody to a nobody if you don't have that title? Or does a constant seek of learning, compounding define you? The world is changing faster than ever before. If somebody from 200 years back was here today, they would not recognize the world today. According to one World Economic Forum stat, 65% of children who are born will have a career that doesn't exist today. According to another stat, children of today will have an average of 6 careers over their lifetime, 4 of which do not exist today. In the last 25 years alone, we've gone from the internet era to the mobile era to the cloud and SaaS era, and now we are on the AI era. The world is changing at a pace that is faster than ever before. How do we prepare ourselves for that change? And how do we prepare our children for that change? By being role models that they can hopefully observe and learn from. The third theme I'll touch upon is courage. If you've heard the Steve Jobs commencement address that he gave at Stanford, if not, I would highly recommend you go and listen to it. He talks about you can't connect the dots looking forward, but you can connect the dots looking backwards. So you have to trust in something. You have to trust in your gut, karma, destiny, something, and take the path less traveled. Because most likely, when you take that path, you'll be able to connect the dots looking backward after a certain period of time. Now, obviously, I had not heard this speech 12 years back when I didn't make that leap. But as I look back on my journey now, the dots connect to some shape or form. At Uber, I had the opportunity to see an organization scale at a global pace at a speed like none other, from 15 to 80+ countries in under 2 years. A global company, a global team working with global regulators across 100+ countries. My time at Sequoia Capital, now peak 15, taught me to think in decades, not in years. Taught me how to build enduring companies. And enduring companies are not just a unicorn tag. Enduring companies are that will stand the strength of time and will compound 20%, 30% year on year. How do you build companies that are world-class, right from an idea to a product market fits to an enduring company? Obviously, I don't have all the answers and can't connect the dots going forward, but I have the conviction that the path that I and our team are on is the right path forward. At Zamp, our mission is to disrupt the future of global business banking and treasury. We feel that the advent of AI will have a fundamental difference in how enterprises and the office of the CFO think about pretty much every workflow of their daily operations, be it a company in one country or multiple countries. And our vision is to disrupt that. So again, from learning from my own journey, things that helped me on this journey were, one, around purpose and passion, two, around a compounding and a learning mindset, and three, around courage. Thank you for the time.